Coming up next on Burbank On Demand, Sharknado, a tornado filled with sharks? Who came up with that idea? We'll go inside the Burbank production company that's taking the B-movie world by storm. Sure, you're committed to recycling, but there are some items you shouldn't include. We'll follow the path of one would-be recyclable on its way to the city landfill. And get ready to spark your imagination with this new museum that celebrates one of Burbank's most cherished industries. We'll have these stories and the latest happenings in This Week in Burbank. That's next in Burbank On Demand. Hello and welcome to another edition of Burbank On Demand. Stories about people and places in Burbank that you can watch whenever you want on demand. I'm Drew Sugars, Public Information Officer for the City of Burbank. We are in downtown Burbank, a city that is home to Warner Brothers, Disney, Nickelodeon, and other entertainment companies. But our title, Media Capital of the World, does not just refer to the large enterprises, it also refers to the many smaller companies and organizations that are contributing in significant ways. We'll show you two of them coming up later. But first, let's see what's new in the latest installment of This Week in Burbank.
Welcome to This Week in Burbank for October 5th to October 11th, 2013. For 100 years, Burbank residents and businesses have depended on Burbank Water and Power to keep the lights on and the water flowing. To celebrate, BWP is opening its doors for a special open house on Saturday, October 12th. Between the hours of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., you'll be able to get an up-close look at their 3 green roofs, take a tour of the power plant, and drop by a variety of booths. There will be food trucks, landscape tutorials, and children's activities, so bring the entire family. Burbank residents who attend will also receive a high-efficiency LED light bulb. Again, the open house takes place Saturday, October 12th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Burbank Water and Power. Audiences have been entertained for more than a half-century at the Starlight Bowl, and now the City of Burbank wants your feedback regarding the future of the unique venue. At issue are the use, programming, and enhancements to the amphitheater on the hill, as well as existing needs, challenges, and what any changes could bring to the surrounding community. If you have opinions, thoughts, or suggestions regarding the Starlight Bowl and its programs, now is the time to come by and share them with the city. The community meeting is set for Wednesday, October 16th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the McCambridge Recreation Center. For more information, please email Starlight Bowl Box Office at burbankca.gov. Earlier this week, 27 women from Burbank and surrounding cities were honored by Business Life magazine as Women Achievers. Among those recognized this year was Burbank Mayor Emily Gable-Luddy. She was joined by the other honorees for a magazine cover photo shoot in the lobby of the Glendale Hilton. The women's professional backgrounds are as diverse as the women themselves. The one common ingredient, though, is that all of them are prominent leaders in their communities. This is the 24th consecutive year Business Life magazine has honored women achievers with a write-up in the magazine and a big luncheon, which this year boasted more than 400 people. Tickets are still available for downtown Burbank's new fall event, Oktoberfest. This local version of the German festival, known for its beer and good times, will take place October 10th from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Attendees can enjoy music, entertainment, and a beer garden featuring a variety of craft beer samples. In addition, more than 9 downtown Burbank restaurants will be offering specials and free appetizers. Tickets are $25 and include a souvenir tasting glass, beer samples, and offers from local merchants. To purchase your Oktoberfest tickets, go to downtown-burbank.org. Dozens of Burbank residents gathered to share their ideas and concerns with the members of the Burbank City Council during a town hall meeting on October 1st. The gathering at Luther Burbank Middle School featured a presentation on the future of the 58-acre opportunity site adjacent to the Bob Hope Airport. However, topics covered a wide range of issues, including spending priorities, paving streets, and dog parks. The City Council plans 2 town hall meetings annually to hear directly from Burbank residents in a less formal setting. If you missed it, the next town hall meeting will take place in the spring of 2014. And the same auditorium will play host to a community forum sponsored by the Burbank Police Commission and the Burbank Police Department. Discussion items will include safety and security of local schools and other topics. The community forum takes place Wednesday, October 16th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Luther Burbank Middle School. I'm Peter Maserlian, and this has been This Week in Burbank.
Over the years, many people have made a conscious effort to change how they think of trash. For many, recycling is now a habit. We collect all sorts of paper, we crush cans and plastic containers, we even save our used batteries and electronics for the next hazardous waste event. Seems we've got this recycling thing down to a science. But do we? With all the products we have to choose from, are you keeping up with what you can and can't recycle? In this segment of Talking Trash, we'll see what happens at the Recycle Center when we follow an ordinary item through the recycling process.
Mom, is this recyclable?
Of course, it's made from paper, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll go put it in the bin.
Thank you. It's trash day today.
Okay.
What they don't know about that orange juice container is that it actually can't be recycled here in Burbank. Let's follow it and find out why.
Every day, a fleet of 18 trucks just like this one work their way through the city, delivering about 35 tons of material to the Recycle Center. Each truck dumps its load. And as you can see, the pile is a mixture of all types of material. To separate it all out, we use a combination of machines and people. Conveyor belts move the pile through the system, where our first line of workers pull out large items like cardboard and plastic bags that gum up the system. Spinning machines and gravity then take over to sort heavy from light material. Magnets are used to pull any metal out before the remainder of the material is picked through by another set of hands. This is where anything that was missed gets pulled out to either be recycled or sent to the landfill. Tucked into our hillside near the golf course is Burbank's landfill, where every day the Recycle Center delivers approximately 5,000 pounds of trash that has been picked off the line. Knowing the process helps people do a better job of recycling. However, manufacturers also have the responsibility of making packaging that's recyclable.
So now we know this orange juice container is not recyclable. Like many of these products out here, it's a composite, which means the manufacturer took paper and sandwiched petroleum wax on both sides of it, which makes it trash.
So next time you go shopping, remember to choose products made with materials that can be easily recycled.
To print out the list of what does and what doesn't go into your curbside recycle bin, go to burbankca.gov and search the words Recycle Center. Still to come in Burbank On Demand, it became a sensation on Twitter, but Sharknado is serious business for one Burbank company. Meet the people behind one of the most talked about movies of the year. And Burbank, the animation capital of the world? Based on what one industry group is doing, sure looks like it. That's when we come back on Burbank On Demand.
Hi, I'm Jeanette Meyer with Burbank Water and Power, inviting you to attend BWP's Centennial Celebration on Saturday, October 12th. For 100 years, Burbank's residents and businesses have depended on BWP to keep the lights on and the water flowing. 100 years, that's a huge milestone. And to celebrate, we're opening our doors for a special open house. Join us between the hours of 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. You'll be able to tour our power plant and warehouse, You can check out our 3 green roofs. We're going to have food trucks. We're going to have booths galore. We're going to have landscape tutorials and lots of children's activities. So please bring the entire family. Also at 11 o'clock, the mayor of Burbank is going to help BWP dedicate 3 buildings on our campus, each of which was built to such high environmental standards that they earned a platinum building designation. Also, Burbank residents who attend the Centennial celebration will receive a high-efficiency LED light bulbs. Again, the open house takes place Saturday, October 12th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Burbank Water and Power. We're located at 164 West Magnolia Boulevard, and I very much hope to see you there.
Welcome back to Burbank On Demand, stories about people and places in Burbank that you can watch whenever you want. Well, Southern California is known for its great weather, but you might remember early this year when much of Los Angeles was devastated by a Sharknado. Well, that Sharknado was actually a movie put out by the studio known as The Asylum. And as Peter Masurlian reports in this Burbank On Demand cover story, The Asylum is located right here in Burbank.
The Asylum is located about 100 yards from the 16 state-of-the-art screens at the AMC theaters in downtown Burbank. But over 17 years, none of the movie studio's films has played there. But don't think that means failure.
We've made almost 200 movies and not one of them has lost a dime.
David Michael Latt and Paul Bales are 2 of the 3 partners that run the Asylum, which cranks out 2 to 3 films per month, most of which go immediately to DVD and/or video on demand like Netflix. Some films land on television first.
In some cases, we're paid by whether it's a television network or a video company. They give us the money, and we take that money. Sometimes we make more money if the film is particularly successful. Just depends on where we've sold it.
Leave right now.
The 17-year-old company, which started in an apartment, jumped around Los Angeles as it grew, and 4 years ago moved to this 11,000 square foot Burbank location.
And now expanded to the place across the street, another 6,000 or 7,000 square feet. So, and then I'm sure we're going to want 40,000 square feet in about a year or 2. So
We're going to take that theater across.
Yeah, that AMC theater. Watch out. Watch out.
I have a message for you.
We're constantly, feeding the beast, and we need to make sure that there's a cash flow going. We have no debt, we have no investors. It's just us making movies, and it still has, for good or for bad, this kind of let's go make a movie mentality. And the people that we hire pretty much have that same mentality, which is this nonstop, inexhaustible energy to making films, and they're kind of crazy.
Looking at some of the movie posters that adorn the Asylum studios, you might think some of the titles look familiar. When the major studios do it, that similarity is called drafting. The folks at the Asylum, though, have received a special name for the movies they produce: mockbusters.
We're capitalizing on the energy that an audience brings that wants to see a particular subject. So if they're interested in robots that transform, no one's going to be fooled by going to see our film Transmorphers and thinking that's the Michael Bay film. They know exactly what it is. They're just interested in seeing a plot line that involves more robots that turn into things.
Latt and Bales say they are not trying to fool anyone to take business away from their competitors. In fact, they think they help.
And I don't believe for a second that there's ever been a situation where somebody's watched one of our mockbusters and then not gone to see the studio version. It's just, it's ridiculous. But some of our most financially successful films are War of the Worlds, Mega Piranha, Battle of Los Angeles. Those are some of the ones that made the most money, but I would say that our most successful film really is Sharknado.
Storm's coming and it's coming fast. Just can't sit back and watch this.
The thing that
caught us by surprise about Sharknado is that everybody sort of knew that the title was catchy and unusual and out there, but I don't think we anticipated the public groundswell of response across the United States.
We're gonna need a bigger chopper. Maybe it's what happens when 90210 meets Twister and Jaws.
Twitter starts the conversation, we finish it. A lot of people joining in on Twitter with Sharknado. Sharknado!
Here's some TV news. Tara Reid is saying now that she will not commit to doing a sequel to Sharknado. That's right. Not until she sees a script first. But don't worry, producers just released the script today. Take a look. That's it right there. Shark vs. Tornado 2. Part 2. I'll do it.
The unique thing on that was it was one of the first times that we brought together several of our disciplines, which are city destruction and sharks, which we have sort of a reputation for. This was the first one that brought all of those different disciplines, I guess would be the word, into one place and said, all right, guys, let's make this one sing.
Too many of them. We're gonna need a bigger chopper.
Claudia, move! It's time to leave Kansas, mate.
We don't know yet if Sharknado is going to be one of our most financially successful films, but it's definitely the one that made the Asylum a household name, at least in Burbank and Glendale.
My 8-year-old daughter screamed when the woman was eaten in the middle.
You're showing your 8-year-old daughter this movie? My 10-year-old daughter I wouldn't let watch this. What are you are? Oh my gosh! I think you need to see Child Social Services. I think this is.
Watch out!
You can't just wait here and wait sharks to rain down on us.
In order to make money on every film, the Asylum has developed a successful formula. Films are done for under $1 million, some for way under $1 million, and it takes 4 months from start to finish, oftentimes shooting for only 12 days.
We have 12 people that work on it for 4 weeks and do about 700 shots, especially for Sharknado. So what they're doing is miraculous. We have benefited from everyone going out of business, and from us basically hiring people that have worked, at such a high level and have, begrudgingly come down here to the Asylum because they need work, and otherwise their spouses will kick them out of the house.
We do the same kind of work. We do the same kind of compositing, animation, lighting. It's all part of the discipline. The difference is that we don't have as large of a team, nor do we have as long of a time to do it.
We're very cautious with our approach. Even though we're kind of out there and weird and energetic, we are very cautious. If it was just me, this company would have been run to the ground. Oh my God, after an hour.
It's really when I came in that it started to turn around.
This is, ever since he started stealing the money, it's been great.
I just steal enough.
Enough, and that's all you need is enough.
Can anybody hear me?
Let's go!
I repeat, we have a runaway train.
Snakes on a train.
With similar themes and similar sounding movie titles, the Asylum has run into a little legal trouble with the major studios, but nothing they couldn't handle.
Usually studios, somebody else sends a letter, and in most cases I think the studios are used to having people fold once they get letters, and we don't fold. And in most cases, 99% of the cases, yeah, I'm sticking my finger in your face and asking for it. Most of the time they go away because they realize that it's just not worth fighting this. The Hobbit film made more in its first night than our company made all last year. So for anyone to argue that we're taking anything away from the studios is laughable. We're going to keep doing what we do, and most of the time there's never an issue with it. In fact, one studio that's suing us today does nothing when we do a mockbuster of their film tomorrow. It just happens all the time. It's just politics and ridiculous, and it's just movies.
kill all these zombies.
Reporting from the Asylum, I'm Peter Maserlian with the Burbank On Demand cover story.
The Asylum is just one of many companies that helped Burbank earn the title Media Capital of the World. There's a group of artists who are working to make this city the animation capital of the world. This year is the 5th anniversary of the Creative Talent Network Animation Expo. It's held right here in Burbank. As part of the CTN's mission, they recently opened up their own art gallery to promote the work of animation artists. It's called Center Stage Gallery, and this edition of Art Beat will tell you all about it.
The Center Stage Gallery opened in June and is sponsored and created by the Creative Talent Network, which is a community of artists and animators in the video game, animation, and visual effects industries. I chose the city of Burbank for the home of this gallery because it is really, as I consider it, to be the animation capital of the world, where we have most of the major Titan studios here on the premises inside the borders of Burbank. Our mission is to give a showcase and an environment for those artists who most people don't even know their name, but they are the creators of some of the most incredible visuals that you see in the industry, in the films that you go to see. We have regular gallery openings once a month for our new shows. The current show is the work of David Boudreau, who is from the animation industry. He's an animator who has worked for Warner Brothers and DreamWorks.
Wash of color over my black and white, and a lot of artists work this way.
And he has spent the last 10 years doing caricatures. He calls them portraitures of Hollywood celebrities like Jack Nicholson, Clint Eastwood, Al Pacino, and hundreds others. And the gallery is showcasing them both framed and in a portfolio. So some of the things that we have to offer for the people of Burbank, and not just the professionals in the industry and for students, but for fans who are interested in this medium, is we have sketch groups every Wednesday night from 7 to 10, costume models that we theme in the same theme as the shows. Because the current show features the caricatures by David Boudreau of Hollywood celebrities, the theme for our drawing sessions this month is Hollywood, and the models will come appropriately dressed as either like Emma Peel from the Avengers. We have a bookstore in the gallery that has some of the best books that showcase these artists. We have book signings. A lot of these artists self-publish or are published, and we feature them in book signings, and they have their prints. And they also teach here. They teach workshops and give lectures. Yeah, we're very proud to announce that our next show, opening on November 7th, is the life and work of Ivan Earl, who is a well-known artist and also most known for, in our industry, doing the background designs for Sleeping Beauty. We're also featuring the art of Sleeping Beauty that is authored by Pierre Lambert, and it is in French, and it's a 300-page coffee table book focusing on, you know, a lot of the artwork from the Disney archives. And the author will be in attendance, and we'll do a book signing with some other legendary Disney animators. The Creative Talent Network is an online community of top talent artists in specifically the animation, video effects, and film industries. We started hosting events in 2009, specifically the CTN Animation Expo. The city of Burbank declares it Animation Week for the event, which crosses over the weekend of November 15th to November 17th this year. We're entering our 5th year, so this is our 5th anniversary. I can't hardly believe it. And we will be having a shuttle that's running back and forth from the gallery to the expo. Both the Creative Talent Network, the CTN Animation Expo, and the gallery are located online. We have a web presence for the gallery at centerstagegallery.com. We have a Facebook page also, and the expo has a website, the ctnanimationexpo.com, and this year, for the first time, we'll be streaming live some of the events that are happening at the expo. So if you go to that website, you can find out more information about that, and if you can't get yourself to the expo, you might be able to watch it at home.
And just a reminder that the CTN Animation Expo will be taking place November 15th through the 17th. That's at the Burbank Marriott and Convention Center by the Bob Hope Airport. Well, that's it for this edition of Burbank On Demand. Remember, if you saw any story in this show that you would like to see again, just go to burbankca.gov and click on the Burbank channel. Every story we've done is available on demand whenever you want. And please don't forget to share it with a friend or family member. We'll see you next time.